Hey, welcome back to Junkro, the self-made maple list. An Ironman series on Artale with a few tweaks. It's a financial Ironman. I'm challenging myself to defeat all the area bosses in Maple, but I have to do it at the lowest level possible while having the lowest amount of HP possible, and also, my gear are things that I farmed and scrolled myself. If you're new here or forgot what the rules are, here's a reminder. Pause the video if you'd like to read them. Is it actually possible to take out all these area bosses without relying on Hyperbody? I did not expect to get smacked that bad by Shade. I clearly need to level up and develop a better strategy for that. I'll try again at level 43 with better potions. To be honest, I think if I had better potions, I could have done it. Maybe. I don't know if Shade has extremely high avoidability or what. It might be to play into the boss being a ghost, because clearly that's what they're going for. Back to doing loot EPQ and other stuff like quests and looking for equipment if it drops. If I get anything interesting to drop, you'll see it on screen. I got a scroll for crossbow attack 60% from the Dollhouse quest. I got a GFA scroll from the final quest from Marcel. Got a level 40 bowman top from a quest. More weapon defense is always good. Alright, I'm level 43 and to be honest, I feel no different. I got maybe 60 more additional HP from my first Shade encounter. My gear is more or less the same though. We're doing this. For this rematch, I decided to buy an HP potion that heals at least 900. This is mad expensive. If this turns into another failed attempt, then yikes. Might have to skip over this boss and revisit Shade at a higher level, but I don't think that'll be the case. I have faith in this second attempt. I found Shade again and it went just as poorly. Well, slightly better. There wasn't a one-hit KO this time around, but I realized I can barely deal damage to Shade. I wasn't entirely sure why that was the case, but I decided, yeah, let me get out of here before it becomes a repeat of last time. I ran to the door closest to me to go to the next map. I had to get away from this boss. Then I realized I was at the end of the subway line. There is no next map. So then I went back into the fight to see something. Maybe if I hit him enough times, I'll start dealing damage. And that failed. So I ran. I'm not sure if this is a level difference issue or if it's a damage range issue. Hold on. That doesn't even make sense. Damage range issue? What is that? Now I'm gonna see if I can get a gear upgrade, at least before going back to loot EPQ. I still need to finish off these last few runs to get the glasses. Off to the next farming location, Magatia. Quick question. Do y'all pronounce it as Magatia or Magatia? Just curious. Anyways, a specific mob here drops 3 items that I'm looking for. The Heckler Crossbow, the red willow gloves, and the blue distinction hat. The mob that drops these 3 items are called Triple Rumo. Now before I show y'all what happens next, let me show you this real quick. Just real quick. Look at this poster. Look at this poster. Okay, that's all. You gotta be kidding me. I had no chance. 0 chance. After being in that map for like an hour and a half or so, Rurumo spawned. And yeah, I did not know a boss spawned in here. There goes 10%. I changed channels and 10 minutes later another one spawned. Thankfully I was on the other side of the map, so I was hoping that it stayed over there. But of course, it didn't. Can a man farm in peace? So after being here for 4.5 hours, I got 2,241 flasks. I found not a single equip that I was looking for. So I decided to look at the hats between level 30 and level 50. Maybe I could get one of them after turning in a quest. Kind of a similar situation to the top I'm wearing. There are 2 quests that give an archer hat as a reward. One of them gives you the level 30 hat and the other one gives you the level 40 hat. Let's go check these quests out. The level 40 hat gives HP, so I'm going to use that while bossing, if I need an HP boost. The level 30 hat gives dex, so I will use that while training. The quest for the level 30 hat has a few quests that you have to do first before you can get access to the main quest. Collecting cheese and rat traps. Okay, I won't be using this red distinction for the next set of bosses. Alright, back in Kerning City at level 45. I think y'all know what that means. This is my last attempt at Shade before I move on to the next boss, because level 45 is the next boss milestone. Let me share some intel with y'all before we go back in. After doing some digging, I came up with 2 conclusions. On Google, it says there is a streetlight NPC that I'm supposed to interact with. That will turn on the lights so I can hit the boss. At least that's how it was in GMS. In Artale, I don't remember seeing a streetlight NPC. I'm not sure what's going on there. Probably adjusted in the game. My second conclusion is based on a conversation I had with someone on Discord. They asked me if I was below the Shade boss level. I am. Then they told me I should try again at level 45. But hitting 2s and 3s at level 43 is suspect. I've never seen that before. In the past, when I've been under leveled, I would just hit misses and not 2s and 3s. It's either a complete miss, or it's a miss mixed in with your regular damage numbers. That usually lets you know that you're close to hitting it 100% of the time, but you're not quite there yet. I don't have much else to go off of besides what this person on Discord said, so I'ma believe them. Let's give this a try at level 45. And once again, I'm hitting 2s and 3s. This is ridiculous. Okay, so this is our next target, the giant Centipede. This boss is locked behind a questline in Shanghai. Let's go there and start it. This questline starts at an NPC a few maps into Shanghai. Just walk to the left. You need to collect a couple of items. You need 100 sheepskin, 100 white horns, 100 black horns, and 100 nose rings. And this is just a typical walk back and forth between the NPCs. After the back and forth, you then have to go through a teleportation puzzle. And then after that, you have to collect black sheepskin. Then you're done with the quest. Next is the boss fight. I slowly crawled down the rope because I didn't want to get wrecked in one hit. Surprisingly, the boss was only hitting 600 to 700 damage. That's manageable. I don't deal enough damage to knock the boss back. That's kind of annoying. This is a boatload of HP. Granted, my range is lower than average because I'm using clean gear at the moment, and the level 32 crossbow, but still, this fight is a matter of just willpower at this point. I'm basically running back and forth trying to make space between the boss and myself to conserve potions. I'ma cut towards the end of the fight when the HP of the boss is low. I don't really have much else to say about this fight. It was fairly uneventful. And down goes the Centipede. That boss wasn't too bad. It took me about 15 minutes to do. Once I realized the boss wasn't hitting too hard, it was calm. I got a score for overall defense 60% for defeating the boss. Trash. Okay, so that fight pointed out the not so obvious. I need better gear. There is no way. This gotta be rigged. I've gotten doubles of equipment that I don't need. I'm not even gonna give y'all a preamble this time. We're running up in there and we're blasting shade. Let's see if we can hit this dumb ghost finally. Alright. Cut the cameras. Will I be able to hit shade? Will I finally get the Heckler crossbow? At this point, I don't know, man. Find out what happens next on the next episode of the Self-Made Maple List. If you like this episode, don't forget to like the video to support this channel. Subscribe so you know when the next episode is released. Thank you for watching, and do me a favor and have a good day for me.